Hi, Daniel. Hi, everyone. I'm Sophie, and welcome to our English Learning Podcast. I'm so happy you are here with us today.
Hey, Sophie. Hello to our listeners. It's great to be back. How are you feeling today?
I'm good, a bit tired, but good. And you, Daniel?
Same here. I didn't sleep enough last night, but I'm happy to record this. It always gives me good energy.
Me too. And before we start, just a quick reminder. If you enjoy this podcast, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who is learning English too.
Yes, it really helps more people find us, and we love having more learners in our community.
So today we are talking about something I think many people feel: motivation when you feel tired. Because honestly, we all have days when we want to study English, but we have no energy.
Exactly. Maybe you work all day, or you have classes or family responsibilities, and then when it's time to study English, your brain says, no, not today.
Oh, yes, I know that feeling so well. So today, our goal is to give you some simple English practice and also some motivation to keep going when you feel low.
Right? And we will also share some short example sentences you can reuse in your own life. For example, I feel tired, but I will study for 10 minutes. Even a small sentence can change your mindset.
I love that. And I think the first part of this topic is to understand that feeling tired is normal. It doesn't mean you are lazy or weak. It just means you are human.
Yes. And when you accept that feeling, it becomes easier to work with it instead of fighting it. For example, you can say, I am tired, but I will do a little. A little is still better than nothing.
That is a nice point, and it brings us to the idea of small, consistent actions. Because when you do something small every day, it builds a habit, and habits are more powerful than motivation.
Exactly. Motivation comes and goes, but habits stay. For example, even if you listen to English for just 5 minutes every evening, your brain stays connected to the language.
And 5 minutes is not scary. You can do it while brushing your teeth, or when you are on the bus, or while cooking.
Yes, you can say a simple sentence like, I don't need 1 hour. I only need 5 minutes. That is a very helpful line.
Another helpful mindset is small steps are still progress. It keeps you kind to yourself instead of feeling guilty.
That's true. When people feel guilty, they stop. But when people feel supported, they continue. And this podcast is here to support you.
Maybe we can talk about real life situations. For example, after work or school, your body is tired, but your dream is still alive. Your dream does not stop just because you feel tired.
Yes, maybe your dream is to speak English to travel, or to get a job, or to live abroad. So you can tell yourself, my dream is bigger than my tiredness.
That's a beautiful line. And even if you do a small action, you are still moving toward that dream. You are not stuck.
And that brings us to another point. Sometimes when you feel tired, you need kindness, not pressure. Because pressure makes your brain shut down, but kindness keeps you open. When you say to yourself, it's okay, I will just do a little, you calm your mind.
Yes, it is like talking to a friend. You would not shout at a friend who is tired. You would say, rest a bit, then do something small. You can speak to yourself in the same gentle way.
And here is a simple sentence you can practice. I am tired, but I can still learn something small. This keeps the door open for action.
Sometimes also, you don't need to study actively. You can choose a light activity in English. For example, watch a short video, or listen to a slow podcast, or read 3 simple sentences.
Yes, this is soft learning. You are still in contact with English, but without heavy effort.
Another idea is to connect learning with pleasure. For example, listen to English music you love, or follow a YouTuber you enjoy, or read about a topic you find interesting.
When learning is connected to pleasure, motivation becomes natural. You want to continue, not because you must, but because you enjoy it.
And I think this leads to another important point. Your environment matters. If you live in an environment where people support your learning, it is easier to continue, even when tired.
Yes, and if people around you are negative, you can still protect your dream by creating a private space. Even 10 minutes with your headphones can be your safe learning space.
And that brings us to one more powerful tool, routine triggers. A small signal that tells your brain, now it's English time, even when you don't feel like it. A trigger can be something simple like making tea, opening your notebook, or putting on your headphones. The moment you do that action, your brain understands the next step. English.
I use a trigger myself. When I light a small candle on my desk, my brain knows now it's time to read or study. And even if I'm tired, the trigger helps me begin.
That's a beautiful ritual. And for learners listening, you can choose your own trigger. It can be anything that is easy and repeatable.
Now, before we close, let's quickly repeat some useful expressions we used today. I feel tired, but I will study for 10 minutes. Small steps are still progress. I don't need 1 hour. I only need 5 minutes. My dream is bigger than my tiredness. I am tired, but I can still learn something small.
Try to say them out loud after this episode, or write them somewhere you can see every day. Repetition makes them part of your thinking.
And we would love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, when do you feel most tired and what small action do you do to continue learning English?
Yes, we read your comments and they make us so happy. And if this episode helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with another learner.
Keep going, even when you are tired. Tiny steps still move you forward. You are doing more than you think.
Thank you so much for listening. Take care, stay gentle with yourself, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.